Hey everybody, it's Eddie coming to you from Flagstaff, Arizona. It is like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I've been trying to shoot this video. I'm getting frustrated. So I had to just sit back and chill, relax, take another drink of my coffee. So anyways, I will get this out. I have been shooting videos the past couple days. Um, Content wasn't in the videos. And I'm like, do I put this out there? Do I put this out there? And excuse my mouth, but I don't want to just put shit out there just to say I did a video. Um, I know sometimes like when we're getting started, we need to just put it out there, even if it's some silly message. And I guess too, I got so comfortable being able to put a message to each video and not stress it so much. I have not done videos in probably in a month or two, at least put it out there because I have been shooting videos, just for, in a sense, for my sake, for growth. So before I can offer value to you and do good for you, I need to get things right here. So things aren't bad. Just want to put valuable stuff out there. So anyways, woke up at 1 o'clock this morning. I actually fell asleep about 8 last night. Woke up at 1, rested, and just said, all right, it's time to put some work in. I actually see my boy Vidal had been up late putting work in, so I'm like, all right, my buddy's putting in his work, which is nothing new, and I figured I better get mine done. But one thing I decided to do is I went and bought some poster boards. I lined up my wall. I got inspirational quotes up there, but I also have a schedule for like daily schedule and stuff I got to get done in the weeks. But daily, and one thing I've learned and I've heard but I've never implemented is, Mark Hoverson says it, the morning is yours. The morning is going to dictate the rest of your day. And so you need to wake up. What are you going to do each morning? Whether it's exercise, whether it's go to the gym, run, walk, stretch, even stretch, meditate, yoga, read, write, whatever. But what I have done in the past is I would jump on Facebook. I gotta see what's on Facebook. What did I miss? What did I miss? And it's that fear of loss. Like, if I don't jump on, what am I gonna miss? Oh my gosh, the world's gonna explode. So I'm making better use of my time. So I woke up at 1, brewed some coffee, and decided to grab a book. This book reminds me of Christmas time. Why? It has a Christmas message in here. If you have not read Mandino's book, I highly recommend you purchase his books. I think these are like $6. I've gone to Bookman's and got them for $3. These are a couple of his other books. They're easy reads. I finished this one in 3 hours. These ones are great. Greatest Salesman in the World, Part 1 and Part 2. Great messages in there. Anyways, read this book and started thinking about who gave me this book. And I was invited to a wedding in 1997. I didn't realize it was that far back till I wrote what they had written in here. But my buddy Earl invited me to his sister's wedding, which they were getting married on New Year's Eve. But he also said, hey, you can come spend Christmas with me and my family. It'll be a great time. So I'm like, yeah, so definitely. So I went, and Earl was the only one I knew. Hung out as where he grew up outside of Escondido, and got to spend time with his mom, and then meet his brothers, or his sister, and then soon to be brother-in-law, so on and so forth. So was blessed to be around great people, amazing people, caring people, people with big hearts. And so they gave me this book, and it made me start thinking about following your dreams. And there is a message in here, and I'll find it here in a second, but there's a message in here. But it ties to the people that gave this to me. It ties to the people that I'm associated with. It ties to the type of person I want to be. And they were talking about in here, he talks about the power of choice. Only here, no matter how desperate your circumstances may be, are you allowed to influence your destiny through choices you make. And he says, you know, you can be courageous or cowardly, rich or poor, lazy or industrious, sinful or holy. But the point, in fact, is you are going to reap what you sow. And if that's negativity, guess what? You're going to reap that negativity. If it's positive, you know, blessings, if it's reaching out to others, serving others, you will reap what you sow, good or bad. So, granted, reaping what you sow would sound more positive, but the plain, simple fact is you get what you put in. So, this gift was given to me by Josh and Trista. They wrote in it, and I wanted to turn it over to Josh and Trista. They are in LA. They're in the movie scene. And at that time, I got to watch a movie with Josh, Trista, and my buddy Earl. And we walked out of the theater, and Josh just thought differently. He was critiquing the movie. This was awesome on this part, and then this part I would have maybe tried to change it up, this and that. And we all do it, whether it's, if you're a baseball fan, well, I would do this, I would have tried this, I would have, pulled a squeeze play, or I would have bunt instead of swing away, I would have done a hit and run. So whatever it is you do, you tend to focus on and critique it and put yourself in that position. And I'm listening to this guy because I know nobody like that, nobody. And I wasn't like, I'm not teasing him, because the guy's great. It's just a different mindset, but he's obviously powerful in that mindset. So at the time, he was a screenwriter. And lo and behold, several years later, he ends up coming out with this first movie that he had written and directed, and it was called Swing Vote. Some of you, it's not as popular, but Kevin Costner was the main star. Pretty good storyline in there. He had several big names. I know he had Earnhardt Jr. in there. So if you're a NASCAR fan, woohoo, get her done. But anyways, the point is this guy kept pushing. And I won't say I've become good friends with him. I can say I met him, I knew him, I got to speak at his wedding. I wrote a poem for Josh and Trista as a gift before the wedding, and they actually liked it so much that they wanted it read during the ceremony, which didn't happen, but I ended up reading it for them right after at the reception. So I was blessed to be a part of it, their wedding, their special time in that sense. And Josh pretty much shows us what consistency is and not giving up. And 16 years later, or 15, I guess, because his big new movie came out, and I don't mean that like sarcastically, I am talking huge. For those of you in personal development, for those of you that are around the world, know this name, Steve Jobs. Well, guess what? Josh directed the movie about Steve Jobs. Josh had continued and pushed and was persistent, obviously, to get that role and to be put in that position to direct a movie like that it was not an overnight deal. So the question is, where are you at? Where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself? Are you able enough to see yourself higher than where you are, or are you just content where you're at? Do you really truly want to seek improvement? And I'm not talking about me being movie stars, and that's what this is in here. And one thing I'll reflect on is somebody like my dad. My dad coached Little League baseball for 39 years. When he passed, there were people that from other towns, Seligman, Ashford, that were contacting me or showed up at the hospital to pay respects to my dad because my dad had an influence on them as a baseball coach. And just talking. And he was somebody that, as people grown up through high school, they would talk with him. He offered value in that sense. So do you need to be a movie star? Do you need to be rolling in money? No, you don't. That's not the point. Some people hold the value in possession. What do you possess? What do you have? Are you riding in a brand new truck every year? Are you riding in a brand new car? Do you have a 15,000 square foot home? Some people live that way, and that's fine. That's them. But where do you hold value in your life? And if you hold value to be a teacher, a college professor, a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad, own your own brick and mortar business, your own restaurant, you want to throw out some Mexican food like never before, have your own restaurant, what is it? You are offering value. If you are touching people's lives, you are offering value. And so I don't have the answer for you. This is something you're going to have to look in the mirror for and say, where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Are you leading by example if you're a parent? And it's now that I'm more aware of personal development, it's a continuous fight, it's a continuous battle, but it's a continuous blessing that are my actions congruent with what I say. And the first two people that are going to see that are my children, because they are going to be influenced by that. So, I am blessed to say my kids support me. I'm blessed to say that they are witness to the struggles, but they are also witness to the blessings. They are able to sit down at dinner with Sandy Renteria and Jason J. Boom Lagarde and have freaking lunch with them and just hear us talk and laugh and goof off and whatnot, watch us shoot videos, take pictures with us, and my kids get to be in the presence of very good people. And I'm not just talking these people, I'm talking even people in the community, teachers that they've had, coaches that they've had, other parents of other, teammates that they've had, great kids that they go to school with. So anyways, I know I got a little off track there towards the end, but the question to you is, does your dream, does your passion mean that much to you that you would be willing to go, 16, 15 years to reach that level that's up there like Josh had? So we can learn a lot from that. So anyways, hope you guys get something out of this. You guys have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are when you're watching this. Talk to you soon. Bye.